moves to approve.
One second.
Samantha? Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The chair's aye, how the motion carries. Moving on to public comments. You see there's no one here with us, unfortunately. Is there any written communication to the public? No. All right, we'll move down into division. Where else am I here? Well, I saw her originally last meeting, so I guess I got my fill. There you go. All right, Maggie, would you like to start?
Sure.
I see you joined us at the table. I'm like, ooh, bring it in.
Yeah. Oh, Alyssa said join us at the table. So we did. So, a couple things. 150th. We got puzzle race tonight. The two of you are obviously competing. Who does that? We have a packed house for puzzle race.
Yeah.
Puzzle race has, at last count, I think it's 18 teams. We set it up for 20, so there's 2 extra that, just in case. But originally it was set up for 12, and we were just going to have it in the Madden. And then there were 8 people on the waiting list. So you can't just not have those people. So now it's the Madden and the Staley. And we have made room for everybody. So, yep. And get a chance to, it's time for putting a puzzle together. Puzzle is, if you haven't seen it, which I'm sure you have.
No, we haven't.
No, you guys haven't.
We haven't.
We have. The puzzle is created by Casey, and it is Decatur Public Library associated.
And they're going to sell them in novel ideas.
Yes, they are going to sell them afterward. Yeah.
And I am going to buy one.
They're $34.99.
I don't care.
I know, I didn't care either. I messaged her today and asked about that.
Yeah, it's very cool, and the company that made them is a small outfit. It's just a really nice quality puzzle.
I'm so excited.
So it's really cool, and we're really glad to do this.
How many pieces?
508 or 512. It's a little off of what it normally would be, but it's the way they have it. So yeah, we're really excited about that. And then of course the August party is coming up, and our event planner, Stephanie, has been amazing.
Do you guys have Sunday more posters?
I can ask Alex at the desk.
Yeah.
And see if we grab some for you.
Yeah. Do they still have what I asked you about?
Not any of the future ones, or at least they shouldn't, because I did tell her.
Yeah, I do not know if there's been a reprint,
Okay.
like as of.
Because I need a reprint.
Yeah,
If I take it to, yes.
I heard about that. Yeah, yeah.
There is, that morning is backpack attack. So with the YMCA, so I know that a lot of kids, parents would be at that. So I thought maybe, I don't know if it would be good to double promote, talk to them and be like, hey, throw something in the backpack, or talk to them. Have a poster at the backpack attack locations
Can we let,
that they can.
can we let Casey know about that?
Yeah, I'll email Casey when we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. What time is that, do you know?
9 to something.
Because we started
Because I'm volunteering at that, so I was going to do that and then come straight here.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
they were back to
back to back. Awesome. Yeah,
It might overlap an hour.
I'll let him know.
Yeah.
I'll let Casey know.
Unfortunately, I'm going to miss it because I'm going to be out of town. So.
Oh no.
It sounds fun though.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. There's going to be bounce houses. There's food trucks. Everybody gets a free ice cream. So there's a free thing for everyone, and then the food trucks. Is it Mimi Softy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mimi, yeah.
Mimi's Frosty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is the free ice cream, and then the rest of the food trucks will be, you'll have to buy the entrees, but at least everybody gets something. And then, yeah, we're just really excited about it. There's going to be a little bit of live music, a pizzazz dance group, and I forget the guy's name, but they're kid friendly music. So yeah.
Do you know the band song?
Huh?
Do you know who the live band is?
I can't remember what they're. It's like it's a kid band. It's like a Mr. Jack's music or something. I forget what that is.
Like a band for kids?
It's a band for. They're both bands for kids.
Okay.
They're appropriate.
They're appropriate for the children's.
And But if you want to
So
volunteer,
sorry to miss it.
there'll be a booth to hand out the ice cream, so we can staff the booth not for,
Yeah.
and then that gives everybody time to go and enjoy the party. Because staff won't actually have to staff the.
What, do you know what
booths.
time it's from?
It's from 11 to 2.
I'm gonna look at backpack things.
I'll be there.
Yes.
I'll just let them boss me around.
Yes, that's fine. I'm gonna be there all day, Alex will be there all day. I just sent an email out to committee, if you wouldn't mind forwarding it to the board,
Okay.
to say, that gives like the time slots of what we're looking for. I can pass this around if you want, but basically for volunteering, we're gonna do rehab setup for us as well. It's not set up as in putting tents up, because all of that is taken care of, which is great. Yeah, that starts at like 7 a.m. But like, we still have to do some of our own setup.
Like putting
And
stuff
our
on
own
the table and
Yeah.
like.
Bringing the cake out if we can bring the cake out. You go to the reference desk before you leave, there is a slip of paper there. You can color your own book spines. Those book spines will be put on a big cardboard cake. We're making a big cake for the hardwood gift. So the plan is to bring that out at the break.
When you go downstairs, can you have her put some posters and some books, those books,
Yes.
and we'll stop by on the way down.
The book thingies are going to be at Puzzle Race as well, just so you guys know. Those of you who are on the
I
book.
know. I haven't yet, but.
Yeah. I haven't done mine yet either. But yeah, so that's also what's going on. So there's going to be a little help for that. And there'll be a little takedown after the two. But in between, it'll be sitting at the booth. And for maybe an hour. So it depends on how hot it is. It could be an hour you're at the booth, could be a half hour at the booth. We'll be shifting in and out how many volunteers I've got. So we'll go from there. Okay?
All right.
Questions,
Backpack
comments,
is at
concerns?
least till 12, so there's 1
Well,
hour.
okay, cool. That's fine.
Appreciate all the work you guys put in.
Yes.
You just shove my name in any slot you need, that's fine. I'll be there at the beginning,
Okay, you coming at 11 or you coming at 9?
whatever time you want me to be there, I'll be there.
She said, let me give him a pin.
How about you coming at 10?
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And then you stay for however long you can.
Yeah.
And of course, staff and obviously those who volunteer, i.e. board, friends, stuff like that, we'll have our key cards, so we will be able to get in and out of the building. The building will be closed to the public. That way, if you need to go sit in the air conditioning for a little while, you are more than welcome to do so. Right, Rick? Or are you banning everyone from the building?
We can put volunteers. Yes, we've stopped using the word ban.
Oh,
We say suspended.
okay.
He's going to lock the door so even the key card won't.
I like that though. That sounds like such a good
Yeah, I do too.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Doing it.
This is the big one. So from here, it's just a nice. The next couple are still big, but it's not going to be as big as this.
I have done my part to nag Lavelle Hunt into talking to Katie about the October event. So
Can we get Lavelle?
we are in communication
Can we
about
get
using the Lincoln.
him to put the birthday party?
October event.
Separate from 150th. It's not
Separate.
Oh, okay, okay.
Can we get him to put the birthday party up on the marquee?
Ooh, good idea. I bet we can. I know who does the marquee over there.
Get Doug on it.
Yeah, I bet that won't be a problem at all.
Even if it's just for, you know, like the day before, we do it some day before.
October, this is the escape rooms, right?
Yeah, this is
I got
that's
confused.
totally
I was
separate.
talking
Yeah,
about.
that's why I got
This is a
confused. I was like,
PRS.
we can't do
I'm good at being confusing.
an escape room at the Lincoln when it's set up for here, yeah.
Okay, be very interesting.
That one's going to be cool though, too.
Fantastic. That's all.
Is it?
Melissa, would you like to?
Sure. Well, obviously, summer's still hopping. It's very, very busy, and you'll see when Rick gets to his numbers.
teen librarian and a public service / tech librarian. And then Casey Skyland became a marketing specialist, but she was still in PRS. But as a marketing specialist, she really doesn't work just for PRS, even though the majority of everything comes out of PRS. She also does a lot of work for local history, and there are times when she can do it for circulation tech services, and certainly for admin. And so, beginning in 2025, she came out from under PRS and joined admin, which is great because it definitely says she does marketing for the library as a whole to try to put our brand on point, to be professional, to streamline, and to narrow the voices that are involved. Because if you would have come here pre-COVID and you would see all of the pamphlets and flyers and everything, you never knew where anything came from. And it was exactly, it wasn't cohesive, it was very disjointed, and we didn't have a brand guide. And even though we tried to put one together, you know, with COVID and everything, it just never happened. And so getting plan and marketing involved, we now have a brand guide, we now have a living the brand focus, and Casey and I have been working on a marketing procedure so that when anybody in any division needs something done, they will send it via a form to Casey that what they want, when they want. Casey has determined that at this point she needs it 4 weeks in advance. We're moving towards quarterly, so as we get comfortable with that 1 month in advance, we'll move forward to 2 months in advance, and 3 months in advance. But spent a lot of time on creating this and how we wanted to sell it to staff internally also, and the fact that you still have a lot of involvement in the creation of your marketing, i.e., for instance, teen librarian Alexis, she often has like a dream board, like a Pinterest dream board, and she can share that with Casey, and Casey takes the dream and makes it happen using, well, hello, come on in, using all the proper colors and fonts and everything, and then when she has it done, she can give it to Alexis. And Casey, she does a lot of things, but Alexis also has, she can print off things, and she can have flyers. And Casey's just now in charge of all of the assets. So if you want bookmarks or a pamphlet or a poster, or if you want it in the different variations of our website size and the app sizes, she's going to have all of those assets in one place. And so finally we have it all ready. It's gone through division heads, it's gone through librarians, and now we just need Rick to meet with us so that we can unveil it to everybody. But already, despite the fact we haven't really put that into practice, local history's already been using it. Some of the staff in PRS have already been working that way, and you can tell the difference because not only that, but now that Casey's no longer spending half of her time on the desk, and she can now concentrate entirely on marketing, there are a lot more press releases, there are a lot more, everything is more streamlined and happening bigger and better.
I think you guys are seeing that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think you're seeing a bigger profile.
Can I jump in just for a second?
Sure, just remember I'm not.
I know, but just off of that, just for 150th alone, we are getting kudos up the wazoo from people all over the place because they're seeing our press releases. WAND contacted us on their own.
Wow.
Wow, okay. This is fantastic. WSOY contacted us. Cromwell got us just for the big party, and we're going to be on the air for a bunch of different stuff. They did it on their own. Stephanie helped and obviously pushed, but they saw those press releases and went, oh shoot, we got to get involved here. So yeah, it's been amazing the amount of work that Casey has done just to promote just the 150th, because that's the only one I'm going to talk about, it's been so great to just go to one person and say, do, and she's amazing. So, sorry.
No, thank you. That's just one of the ways that maybe most people aren't going to see that out on the floor because that's kind of happening behind the scenes. But I think it's going to make a good improvement and positive change that way. And another thing that happened behind the scenes, and I know I've talked about it in here before, I have an incident report committee that we have revamped the way that we do our, what used to be called patron incidents, well they weren't even that, patron reports. And we have changed the way that works. We've got more people involved, and the committee still meets, but now we meet quarterly. They are the ones who presented the new library use guidelines to you, and they have workflows for all of those, so when we onboard anybody, we can show them. When you hear a phone ring, that's the prompt, and this is what you do. yes, follow this line. If no, all the way to where you either have to eject the person or you can be done and let them enjoy the library. After library use guidelines were brought to you, at the end of that was, I don't even know what to call the board guidelines for enforcement. Paragraph after paragraph after paragraph of what we hope to accomplish by these guidelines and how we will enforce it through what we used to call bans and now what we call suspensions. And as of today, I believe that we will have, as a committee, greenlit everything that's gone through. Bans have been changed to suspension in every way except in our incident report airtable. That's next, once those are all greenlit. So I would foresee in maybe the next board meeting, we'll be able to present that to you. But that's a lot of hard work going on, and in those meetings, it's a lot of, Ty, who's really great at writing drafts, and then providing the draft to the committee, and whether we meet and do it together, or we read it ahead of time and just communicate via email, just saying, here's a typo, or this looks redundant, or could we say it this way, or maybe this would be better, and just this back and forth, and the team has really worked really hard, and just, you know, in the 2 years that we've really been focused on it and meeting a lot, just kudos to all of them for getting it done. So, I mean, this would be what we would call our second quarter of 2025. And I think after this, we might be done. We won't need to meet unless you find something else we need to do. And now,
You're also killing me.
thank you.
I quite, I'm allowed to clap. Boom, right, this is the slideshow.
Yeah, so we continuing meetings and with city folks.
Becky,
See you in a little while.
I'll be
well, yeah, just a second, honestly, I don't know what I'm thinking.
So, we met with, in June, I met with City Manager Gleason, Deputy City Manager Hahn, and City Treasurer James to talk about our financial position. And on the 18th, Melissa and I met with Councilman Cooper. Since we have met with Mayor Wolf and Councilwoman Cruz. I think that meeting with Councilwoman Cruz went extremely well.
I think she's going to be a big supporter of ours. I think she's very pro-library, which is awesome.
And she had some thinking outside the box ideas that I'm sure we'll discuss in finance next month. But, that's been very good.
That's very good for you.
Sure, absolutely.
You said you've made contact, or at least have spoken about meeting with 3 others, but they have not gotten.
Yeah, I need to circle back to all 3 of them. I just haven't heard back from Councilman Colby, may have missed it.
Pat was.
And then Pat had surgery, and Lisa had some family medical issues going on too. So, yeah, I just need to circle back to them. Those are our June numbers. Looking good. Look at oranges this year. So we're happy because that's across the board.
Orange is the new blue?
Yeah. That's every audience, adult. So we're up 5%, but almost 6% with adult, 6% with young adult, 9% with children, and 7% overall.
Well, I'd say 9% of children is amazing just because of everything that's going on in our town.
This is our biggest summer reading enrollment since 1996.
Wow, I
So,
love it.
if you think about what was the population of Decatur in 96 compared to 2025, so, yeah.
So you're 40,000 more?
So the 12-month trend, we're starting to, bridge a gap here, but, we had a few down months in children's, but, we're still slightly down the last 12 months than the 12 months before that, but it's coming on strong. So you can see teen has consistently been up. So this is 12 months compared to the 12 months before. Here's you know, what we actually saw is in 24 is in blue, and what I'm projecting for this year in orange. And we're looking at, you know, I think an increase in everything, but maybe children. But if it continues like the last 2 months, I think you'll see this number change too. So I'm projecting an overall just a slight change in insert, but huge jump in teen circulation. So you look at it by material type. This is physical books. Physical books was way up. DVDs, physical DVDs was down. Audio, physical audio is up. Can't explain.
Jason, the display.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
The new way he has
Yeah,
displayed
that's
them.
true.
And
Magazines up. Again, hard to explain that, but they are up. Electronic materials are up, so you know, everything but DVDs was up. DVDs were down fairly significantly. The 12-month trend on this is everything's down except electronic materials. So that's the last 12 months compared to the 12 months before. But again, if the next few months continue like the last few months have, you're going to see these numbers change dramatically. And what we saw last year versus what we're projecting this year, I am projecting an increase in audio and electronic, and a slight increase overall. So I think, again, if we continue like we have this summer, that's going to change. And I think, you know, you can draw a straight line from when we've got all the new children's stuff got installed to the numbers going up. I don't think that's a coincidence.
I believe that, and also the people who came in specifically for summer who hadn't been here before will now see how we changed and might continue to the end of the year.
Interlibrary loan, overall transactions are down a little bit, but received from has grown, sending to. This is the 3rd month in a row that we're getting more in interlibrary loan than we're sending. Other stats, you can see our visits are up, not super dramatic. Actually, visits through the gate were ever so slightly down, but visits to the in the building period were up. Local history was down a little bit. Program attendance was down like by 5 people. New patron registrations up by 1, so all this is essentially the same as it was last year. So they're good numbers. I go into more detail in this. Happy to answer any questions. It's just nice to see, you know, that this trend continuing. And we haven't seen this. We were talking about the folks that we've hired since COVID are going. What? I mean, they've never seen it like this. Yeah,
These are the good numbers.
yeah.
I will say it's kind of fun, like going out in the community and, you know, before we did all this revamping, I was like, you come to the library. Now I'm like, you gotta come see our library. You gotta come see what it looks like. I mean, it's really nice to be able to go out there and just say all this positive stuff about the library and how people would come in. And honestly, the content is what's important, but that people notice the shiny package.
Makes a difference.
Fantastic.
My family still spends way too much money at bookstores. Just pointing it out.
Yeah, we did need to show you this.
Check it out.
Oh, look at our books.
Terrible.
I really like
Oh, I
the
love
books as a backdrop.
Yeah, I checked it out once, but not all the pictures were up yet, so.
Oh, that's neat.
It looks so good. What?
So it look evil.
No, you don't.
I'm like, oh.
If you did, that'd be great.
I'm wearing the same dress right now.
You are, I'm like,
Oh,
whoa.
shut it.
So
she got her application.
And what was her name?
Peggy Baby.
She owned the art farm.
Oh, okay, that's why I recognize the name.
She lives right around the corner from us.
Yeah, she
Shopping.
does. She lives like
Another West
on the,
End.
she's come to a lot of the
Yeah.
150th.
I think the West Enders are the new Unitarians. It used to be the Unitarian church was like overrepresented on boards and stuff. I think
Yeah,
West
now
End
it's
is
the
the
far
new-
west, yeah.
New Unitarian.
Yeah, what is this? I'm stuck over by the zoo.
And
That's
Alexis,
why I asked her, I was like, I really thought you
Alexis,
lived
our
on the
team
West End.
librarian, just bought a house over on the West End.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
she did.
That's good for us in the far west end. That's-
I like the West End. I always said, you know, the only two places I live is on the lake or the West End.
Well, clearly to us, that don't.
We're still affordable. I think that's why
Where do
we're.
you live?
Yeah.
Oh, I live in South Shores too, but I don't want to wait for
Yeah, I don't. I live on the golf.
I live on the lake.
There's a golf course in South Shores?
Great Hill Lane.
Oh, yeah. I always did consider that a little off.
Maybe three.
That's where I grew up.
I live pretty much on the lake.
That's like.
Far south.
I think I should have had it or something.
My bike rides all the time.
I don't know. All right. We're talking about country clubs. Well,
No meeting.
Yeah, PPR is not having a meeting, so unless there's any
We
comments,
didn't have a quorum. We did not have a quorum. It's all good.
we'll move into finance and properties.
Okay.
We did have a meeting.
It was illustrious.
Capital needs, we so happily discussed the roof. 'Cause
Yeah, roof project is still going on. There's repair of the drains that they broke, one of which leaked
Thankfully not on
last
us.
week. So I don't know, I don't have any updates since then. So that was basically the biggest part, right?
Yeah.
What we
That was
discussed
good,
then.
yeah. We talked about the leak. And then, furniture project, I think I saw you sent something, but. I didn't have
Tomorrow
time to-
morning is when
Yeah,
we're scheduled at
canceled, yeah.
8 o'clock. They even confirmed, we'll be there
Fine.
between 8 and 8:30 tomorrow morning
We'll
to
see what they forgot.
install the, yes.
I almost responded to your email and say, oh, this is wonderful. I thought, no comment.
Yeah, I responded to not be my hopes up.
Yes,
I
I'm
sent
not
us
gonna
our
jinx
master
this.
plans.
Yes.
I saw it, I just like how Rick is like, okay, are we actually doing it, or is this still?
It's not done
Get a
until it's
sage
done.
ready for tomorrow morning, right? Because I think it needs saged.
Yeah, so anyway, it should be, and they said they're gonna take care of all the punch list items, except we do have the wrong
Please,
security
the
desk,
security
security
desk.
officer desk, and we don't have a timeline on that, but, Monday, the electrician will be here. I don't know yet when the data guy's gonna be here, but we can get it going without him. And Monday or Tuesday, the seamers will be in to install the desktop, the countertop. So, yeah, that's where we're
And
at.
by punch list, do you mean like some of the furniture that's wrong?
So we're dealing with two different vendors here. The other one, most of it's done now. I say most, but not all. So they're gonna send me resend me an invoice for $35,000, and I'm going to say only if whatever Tiffany says is okay to pay you, and she's gonna say we're not gonna pay a dime until it's completely done.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't understand why they just.
It's happening in every project.
It's annoying.
How long, you know, it's only what's on it, exactly how long is that punch list?
Not very long, probably 4 or 5 items.
The point is we're not paying for it.
Yeah,
so
one
it's-
item on the other vendor, so our main vendor, we're almost done with them.
Okay, and so we reviewed the check registry and we would like to make a motion to approve the check registry for this month. There's nothing too crazy on it. It was out of order.
What is the bridge all?
That's Collection HQ. Collection HQ is a tool that it's from Baker and Taylor, well, not anymore.
No, it's from share, but they just got sold again.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a tool that helps, it's a collection management tool, so it helps us identify what we need to look at to weed. It helps analysis, identify the diversity of the collection.
Okay.
That's an annual subscription.
And we've been using it for close to 9 years.
It's
Quite helpful.
And they keep adding extensions and additions and new things that we can use to help us read our collection.
Yeah, it's pricey until you think about the labor that gets saved in doing it.
Sure. That's fine. I was just curious.
Yeah.
First or second?
Okay.
First and second, any discussion? Seeing none, this is a financial vote, so we will.
I approve.
Number one. First
Yes.
reading. First reading.
Yes.
Aye, four.
Aye.
There's 5 ayes, 0 nays, the motion carries. We'll move.
Now on to the depressing thing.
Yeah, so, just, I want to leave with, we have received our property tax. We never got completely underwater. If you add all our funds up, we never got completely underwater. Our operating fund was underwater, but, our total cash balance, we still had but we were, I'm told it was going to hit the system, our financial system, tracking system today, but $1.6 million and change. So I told Matt to go ahead and order the last 9 computers he needs, and we will be in a good cash position the rest of the year. Our other revenue, we've collected about 48% of it. There's no expense line that I'm overly concerned about. There are a couple that are over, but the ones that are under make up for it and more than make up for it. Happy to answer any specific questions about that, but you can see what our operating fund cash position was as of July 1. It's $99,000 in the hole. Capital fund had $168,000 in it. Antony, $6,000 roughly. Meyer fund, a little over $33,000. Just over $13,000 in memorials and donations. So our total cash balance was $120,977.85. So what does that mean for the future of this fiscal year? I am currently projecting, I don't know what to do with this number until I see exactly how much got deposited yesterday or today in real estate taxes. But if it's 1.6 million and change, that's probably going to be just about right. PPRT though, I'm figuring this is our problem. It's going to come in. I'm told this could get worse because remember the state's fiscal year started July 1, so it's a new budget. Mayor confirmed this for me, but it's not. That tax has not been cut. In fact, that tax has gone up. It's just they've reappropriated some of the monies. So in other words, the state's keeping it for other purposes instead of giving it to the municipalities and school districts and park districts instead of where they're supposed to go to.
But it's going out twice, is that what it was?
What's that?
The property taxes go out roughly twice. How many times do we receive PPR money throughout the year?
8.
8 times.
8 months a year. And we don't get any in June, so I didn't have any additional. Maybe we did in June. But anyway, right now I'm projecting it's going to come in $200,000 short based on the first half of the year. So, but I'm told that could get worse, which is really not good news. And you can see on all of our other revenue lines, we're fine. I need to get you guys the final report. I'm sorry on the furniture that we sold, but this is how much we got: $37,951. Actually, there's something. We've got something else. That's too much. Yeah, I know closer to. No, I think that was about right. Yeah, because he had assessed it as, could be as much as 50,000, and he took his 15%. So, yeah. This is gonna change because I haven't figured in the salary increase that you guys approved for me yet. And you're gonna see it's gonna look terrible next month, okay, guys? Here's what, because July is a 3-paycheck month, and you give me the back pay for 6 months. So July's gonna look crazy. But we'll know, once with those July numbers come in, I'll be able to give you a much better estimate of where we're gonna end up on personnel costs. It should be fine, we had a $32,000 cushion. Other expenses were 37-ish, $38,000 to the good, where I think we're gonna land. So the overall deficit is $467,532, but remember, $350,000 of that is just us moving funds around. We planned that. So if you take that out, it's $117,532 is the in-year deficit. Doesn't mean that we're broke. It means a couple of these years we're broke. Okay, a couple more of these years we're broke. So that's where we are. And that's why we're meeting with the council people. And that's why I don't know if this is but we've got a budget or a agenda item about budget process, so I'll just wait till we get to that. Any questions or?
So we discussed the Illinois fund, and as a committee, we decided that it's just something he's gonna report to us, but that we'll just leave it sitting there because it's gaining some interest, not much, but whatever it gets, it gets. And, I don't know, I'm not sure we need to actually have I guess we do, but I was gonna say a paper statement for everybody as opposed to just show us every month.
Yeah.
It's like, this is like 2 pages of paper we probably don't need to.
Yeah, I'm happy to just give you the number if you prefer that.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think we need to waste paper on this, because we're not gonna do anything with it for now until we get to a certain point where we wanna do
So
something.
yeah, at maximum once or twice a year, we'll let it accrue.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys okay with that?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And then the budget process, you discussed this, but we also, as a committee, decided that we were going to just sort of be proactive instead of opposed to reactive this year, so we're gonna be jumping the gun here.
And I want to share something with you. You can just kind of take one and pass it around. This is from City of Decatur Code. And I want to direct you to item number 4. Item number 4, budget. So this is what we're going to do this year. Annually, no later than October 1, the board shall submit to the city manager, not the city treasurer, not the city council, the city manager, a proposed budget of the costs and expenses. So we don't have to throw in any of the revenue numbers. So my plan is to bring to the finance committee on September, I believe it's 10th. Here's the expenses for your final approval. I'll bring you guys something in August to look at, an early draft. But here's our proposed expenses for the next fiscal year. And if the city manager wants any detail, a lot of times he'll say if it's a change of over 10% or whatever, I want some detail, some explanation. Happy to do that. Skipping down, here's an interesting thing. The last sentence here, not the whole thing, but it's not the library fund part, that's already done, but council may cause the same to be funded by the levy of such tax or taxes, and I'll tell you why that's important, or otherwise, also important, in such amounts or amounts as council may from time to time provide. So, the reason I want to point out that is twofold. Obviously, we're not doing anything radical by telling them here's what we want. It's what we're supposed to do. right? It's what they say we're supposed to do. Two, tax or taxes. So, the only, well, we get pilot, which is not really a tax, it's payment in lieu of taxes. But a couple of people that we've talked to, city people we've talked to, have mentioned the possibility of other taxes. You know, us getting something from, sales tax has been mentioned, liquor tax has been mentioned, push tax, which is a gambling, every time a button is pushed, 1 penny. Some of those, and also, or otherwise, so it's also been mentioned maybe we can get more pilot money. So there are other avenues, possible avenues beyond the always controversial property tax. So I wanted to make you guys aware of that. So what my understanding from the finance committee is, my directive is to bring a budget that is maybe a little more than we think we can get, but not so much that it's insulting to council, you know. You guys, the finance committee will help us arrive at that number where we think we need to be. I've asked the leadership to, what do you need? Tell me what you need. They've been very, I've gotten some good response to that, so Melissa, Carol, Matt, and Becky. What do you need for the coming year? People is what I'm hearing most of. People is what I'm hearing most of. And people are expensive, but people in collections. That's what we're here. Because, you know, we haven't increased our collection, but I think we've increased our collection budget line 1 time in the 11 years I've been here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my best to come up with something that is not like, when I say ask for more than I think we can get, I'm not going to ask for more than I think we need. And people is the biggest part of it. So that's what that's my plan, and it's not crazy. It's what they want us to do. So
Alrighty.
this is city code. This is actually a city law.
I like it.
Okay, so
We like to think we're following the law.
I dig it. Yeah, I never even thought of otherwise, other taxes.
That is it for the property.
Never had lots of money.
Yeah, Councilman Horn brought up somebody, I'm sure some of the others have too, but, yeah, I like it, it's right there. There are other ways you could help us out here, guys.
because it says or otherwise.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I love it, per your own rules, this is what we want to do. We're growing.
So it's not like challenging. Here, we're giving you, this is what
Exactly.
we're following the process. We've never
We're doing
done
what
it
we're
before.
supposed to do.
We've never done it before, and that's our bad, but it's the process I inherited, you
And we
know.
never needed it.
Just
I mean,
because you've done it
I mean, like,
before
we
doesn't
did
mean
it,
you
we
need
did
it.
need it, but like, we didn't,
Not like we do now.
Yeah, not like
We
yeah.
were never
Never
showing up,
is that.
a new budget deficit, or a new budget deficit.
Yeah. That is it, Carl, for us.
All right, we'll move down. There is no foundation reports. Friends of the library.
Then July 10th, we had like 6 requests. They approved all of them. And then they met without us and did strategic planning.
and they told you that we approved all of it.
Yes,
Strategic planning for themselves, right?
correct.
Which
Which I applaud.
I agree,
It's-
I agree, I agree.
They're
Especially
thinking,
since we gave them
they're
space.
thinking long-term, they're thinking big picture. I think it's great.
Me too.
I'm all for it.
so we don't have a representative
I
on
was
the
just
board
helping them.
anymore, and I didn't attend the board meeting, and I rarely do anymore. In fact, they actually reach out, so the members matter meeting, which they do bi-monthly, but it was this morning, and it was in, I can't remember what it was, Clinton, it was in Clinton. But it's just a terrible day for me. Thursdays, I have standing meetings with our leadership, and so one of these days I'll get to it, but they reached out to me specifically and said, we would really love to see you at the members' matter meeting.
They don't have, they don't Zoom, they don't record any of their meetings. So, I mean, we could pull the minutes from the last one, maybe, but like from to find out what's going on, but it's not really, as open as we are. I mean, like, somebody brought that up, that it was like video only, and that, you know, if you wanna know what happened in the meeting, you have to basically wait for the minutes of the next meeting.
Which follows the law,
does,
it's
it
compliant with the
does.
law. You know, we made a conscious decision a few years ago to be more open, and you can always do that. So, yeah, I will say we got our share, so share is a subset of, you know, our Heartland Library System. We got our share bill today, $66,000 and change, which is what we budgeted for, so, but it's, I still, every time I see it, I go, oh my goodness. That is our database. So it's a database we share with 400 and some other libraries, almost 500 other libraries.
So now, since we don't have somebody on the board, I am on the e-resources board, and I've never been able to be the chair because there's always been somebody on the board. So now I could be chair. Am I thinking right? I'm sorry, that just, never mind, I'm sorry. I'm thinking,
And that's a share thing, that's a share resources.
right, so that would be the chair board.
So it's
Who
it's part of IHLS.
Carol on chair board?
Because she had been on the shared executive committee. As have I, but, yeah. Really, I will say IHLS did get an electronic sorter that they have, or electronic sorters that they're putting in their delivery hubs that should make, well, we think could make delivery even faster. So,
Which is a good question. Are we back on the board meeting? Is ours back?
yes, it is. Yeah. They were great. I mean, the guy was on vacation, but he came and, you know, didn't take long. We got the parts pretty quickly, but we didn't have the know-how to install it, and he got it installed, and they did the annual maintenance, got it all cleaned up, and they're good to work with. I'm pleased to report.
Fantastic. Well, that's Heartland and full business. Anyone have there?
Do we have a secretary?
Oh. So we'll want to be
Well, why don't we?
I don't know, we
We
can't.
can't take that today, so that is a good point for next meeting.
I can put it as a,
Anyone that would like to express
That's all.
interest?
I thought we had one, no?
Shia.
Shia was,
she's
she's resigned from the board since.
Oh,
She's moved, yeah, she moved.
where'd you move to?
I don't know.
she was talking about Sarah Gordo. But
Yeah, she was
last
there.
I heard,
She's still looking for
the
a house.
closing fell through, and she was staying with her in-laws.
Oh, no.
Because she was out of the home, so, yeah.
All right, well, we move down now into new business. Anything else then? I don't believe so, so